not in this moment because it's been so long, but just to like, and in the end, this recommendation doesn't matter because I can edit it down to the most important parts, but to chop down that like last time on to give us like the more
Already done. Don't
key
you worry
points,
there.
but also this time it's been like a full solid month since I remember getting out of the shit pools. So
Oh yeah. So I've got all the important bits broken down, and instead of 4 pages, it's
I
2.
hope that, Lawrence, you know that you're muted.
not for me.
You have me muted.
Oh, I've deafened you. That's why. No wonder I haven't heard Lawrence.
He's muted.
Fixed it.
But
I
only
muted
for
you. It was me.
you.
The call was inside the house.
So, and
Oh
just
my
again
God,
to
so
remind
loud.
everyone, now that everybody can hear, for the intro, we're gonna go M, Grace, Dante, Gabe, me, and the fun fact for today is, what is your character's favorite food?
All right. All right. Let me.
Favorite food.
All right. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Dungeons, Drive-Ins, and Dice, Season 2, well, more our interim here, small season before...
Season 1.5.
Season 1.5, that's a better description there. A little bit of Monster of the Week in a Warhammer 40k setting. My name is M. Williams, and I play... Dr. Strahd von Acula. He is a chiropractor here in the Hive City. High-class chiropractor, uses his hands to suck life from the various things. That's like his whole combat thing. He's a monstrous race, so he's part monster, has to hide his whole identity. Our question of the week, what's our favorite food? Dr. Strahd's favorite food...
Don't say energy.
No, is... authors. I have to pick specifically because my food is different than your
nonfiction.
My food is different than your food. Everyone tastes different when I give them a massage. Everyone, the energy that comes off of everyone tastes different. But I find that those that use their creative pursuits to write specifically, like novels, fiction novels, oh man, they taste like the richest, the juiciest. They've been stewing in their emotions for like the most of any of these people. And boy, does that taste delicious. Like a hearty winter stew on a cold day.
Wow.
Perfect.
Love that. Hard to follow.
So that's Dr. Strahd's favorite food.
I like corn. Can Grace still not hear us? We might want to...
I think Grace can hear us, but we've lost the ability to hear Grace. Because I saw those facial reactions to the things I was saying and the desperate try to, like, be able to respond. That's awesome. But weird that that happened right when we started. So I recommend an unplug and a plug back in, and then check, you know, from the start, like your system settings and then Discord settings, just to make sure nothing reswitched. But
I gotta take my meds anyway. Oh no!
I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. Forgot to do that.
a really hard intro to follow. We just had to cancel the episode.
Everybody just canceled the whole game. Oh man.
2 people ran away because your intro was so good.
Nope. We'll do it next week, guys.
Ah, sorry, I need a whole week. I gotta think. I gotta ponder now what my favorite food is. Hey, welcome back.
we've heard some
Oh.
movement.
That worked?
Scratchy.
Okay, so we can hear
Hey.
you. It sounds like you're back through. Wait, talk again.
Okay, did it work? I unplugged my microphone thingy and just plugged it back in.
That's straight up what'll work most of the time.
Did you unplug it and plug it back in? There's a reason it's a stereotype.
Is it everything back the way it should be?
Seems to be.
Yep.
And now it's your
So,
turn.
I will not have a single issue with my friggin' audio. What was the question?
Well, what's your
Who are
intro
you?
and favorite food? Mine is
my
authors.
favorite food. I heard that part. Okay. My name is Vernon Bradley. And I'm a human gumshoe. And my favorite food is I like a nice bowl of oatmeal.
Classic.
With,
Hard to find.
With sugar covered bugs in it. 'Cause, you know, bugs are the future.
They're the
But the
present.
sweetness.
For Dr.
The
Strahd,
sweetness of the
oatmeal is
sugar.
like gymnasts.
Lots of
Ugh.
fiber.
Interesting.
Why are they so goopy?
Mm-hmm.
Why are gymnasts so goopy?
I don't question
I
what
like my
they taste like.
gymnasts
I'm just
goopy, I'm
I'm
sorry.
relating the taste for you guys, so we can relate. I
I'm-
know what.
Me, Grace Stringer, human person, happens to love oatmeal, so don't talk about it like that.
Can you please make
What's
your
wrong with-
introductions?
wait,
My
wait a
name is
minute.
Grace Stringer, human person, and I play.
In person.
Wait a minute. Let's dial in on this for a moment.
Yes.
Why is there a problem with gymnasts being oatmeal as a person who likes oatmeal? Do you have something against gymnasts? Like, what's the deal?
No, I just
I
don't
have
want to
something
think
against
about my.
goopy.
I don't
Yeah,
want
don't
my
talk about goopy
oatmeal.
like
I don't want
that.
to be eating my oatmeal and be thinking about this is what
Gymnasts.
so and so
Mm.
thinks gymnast. You know, I don't want
This
to think about
oatmeal's really sticking the
M's
landing.
characters. I don't want to. Ugh. I don't want to think about
the landing.
people in my oatmeal.
Dr. Strahd
Ugh.
has nothing for that. Sorry. He just wants to relate so bad.
Well, you did it.
All right, I've already forgot the order. Who's third?
Dante next.
Hell yeah.
So, my name is Dante, human person, for sure. And I play Alice Bohm, a divine being under the emperor of this planet. And
All
she
the
loves
planets.
she loves to kill things with swords. And if she had to choose among the several pills that she takes every day for food or sustenance, she would have to choose the ones that taste like banana and adamoxetine.
And what?
Adamoxetine.
What is adamoxetine?
It's something that keeps her attention focused.
I guess my question more is, what is the flavor of adamoxetine? Is it just like medicinal? Like,
See,
because I've had
more
like an
specifically, it's
Adderall break
banana-
apart in my mouth before, and it's like very like bitter and like.
Yeah, they don't
But
want you to smash
I've
those up.
accidentally sucked
No,
on ibuprofen too long. Yeah.
Yeah.
very plastic, very grainy.
Okay.
So you get those grains in with the bananas.
Adamoxetine sounds like an actor.
Yeah, that's sort of where I thought we were going with this. It's like
I
it just
was
tastes
thinking
like
about
we're gonna
Pokemon.
talk about eating people some more.
I thought it was Pokemon. I thought it was like the new generation.
Good spread. Good spread on that reference.
Adamoxetine. Oh man, that's funny as
My
fuck.
new favorite Pokemon is Adderall.
My favorite Pokemon is Adderall.
My favorite Pokemon to eat is
Get that on a
Adderall.
t-shirt.
Well, Strahd doesn't know what adamoxetine tastes like, but bananas taste like farmers.
Mmm,
Oh, any farmer?
delicious.
Like
Fruit
bovine
farmers.
Let's move on.
and-
Let's move on.
Let's move on. I think this is a good discussion. I don't know.
No, the farmer named
Good content.
Adam.
What are you talking about?
Adamoxetine.
Adamoxetine.
Oxetine also does sound like a space last name. Anywho, my name is Gabe Stringer, and I play D.O.G 24601, the renowned bread detective a cyborg dog. My favorite food is difficult because, like, I think we've established dog head is detachable and thus can't actually be an eating orifice. It's just
Oh,
a
you can eat. It just
decorative.
doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, like, well, it's been sealed off
Straight
so that it
through.
can sit comfortably in its cushion. It's not like it comes through the head and then just out down onto the
Oh,
dog
there's a
body. That's
hole.
gross. But I think one of the various jars of liquids or semi-solids that DOG consumes as his resupply is a dog food stim beverage smoothie.
Nice.
Bonus fun fact: DOG has never actually eaten bread.
I think that
And he never will.
the flavor of your
No.
food is only you for me. Never met someone that tastes like you do.
That's okay.
My name is
Whose
Lawrence.
titles
I'll
is
be
movie?
playing your DM for this little interim session. My favorite food, right now, I didn't know that French cuisine consists. There was a big proponent of that consists of French fries and steak with a bunch of butter on it. Oh my god, French food's incredible. I understand why every country's most famous restaurant is almost always French food. If it's gonna be steak and French fries, yeah, anytime. Sign me up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's also where like heavy like traditional classic cooking came from. It's like
Oh, yeah.
classic France.
Classic steak and fries. Yummy, yummy.
Yeah,
In my tummy.
yummy, yummy.
All right, so let's flash back to a month ago, and actually, what I calculated out to be only about 30 minutes in actual real time, not our real time in the game. So here is a timeline, so to speak. I believe they have these in Law and Order, but instead of bum bum, we're gonna go Kerchunk. So at
Kerchunk.
7:01, the gang entered the Syromite mine. You guys made contact at 7:05 with Yark Subam, that is the mine manager, all too happy to be making overtime, even though you folks are the cause of it. He wasn't too worried about it. He was soaking up that income. 7:07, everyone uses the up-down room to descend into the mines. This is, of course, the elevator. 7:09, Orm Varys, the HR agent, greets the whole group, except for von Strahd, who had stayed on the surface, as a bird. Unable to make out a whole lot due to some unlucky rolls and lots of pollution. At 7:11, Orm suspiciously leaves the group in the break room as the group decides on what order to interview all the various suspects located in the break room. Vern follows Orm to his office and does a little bit of spycraft. Sees him working on a tire through the office window. At 7:13, back in the break room, everyone huddles up except for Vern. At this point, von Strahd, you have returned, reconvened with the group just in time to make this huddle, which no one explicitly excluded Vern from, but he was excluded nonetheless. You guys decided that the first interview will be with local bad bitch Reva Kayak. And Vern comes in right as the huddle was concluding. At 7:17, Reva, after a brief discussion with Dr. Strahd and Alice, you guys sort of learn about what type of equipment has been going missing. You guys learn what a rock grinder is. D.O.G begins to console Vern around 7:18. The pair then decide to go and interview the suspicious HR manager. The pair, during their interview, they find some hidden tools located inside of the HR
I might pause
manager's
for a second because Gabe also doesn't, I don't think, fully remember what happened.
Oh,
and
I didn't know he
disappeared.
left. Well, we'll resume at 7:20.
This is also where I learned about truck nuts.
Oh yeah, truck nuts.
A
I didn't bring
wild
up truck
revelation.
nuts, but that was very funny.
Well, that was Vern. Vern already knew. This is where me, Grace Stringer, human person, learned.
So far, a
about
lot of
what-
the episodes have been sort of
revelation.
capped by Grace Stringer Humans person's knowledge and realizations of the world around her. Like, Dog
Both
is...
imagined and real.
Yeah, every time Grace learns something new, it's got to be an episode over.
Oh no. Well, usually it's something horrible, so like my whole brain explodes and then I'm useless for the rest of the time.
There's a D&D podcast I listen to where they've made every episode end with everyone going, "Oh no," and then that being the end of the episode. But it's always just Grace by themselves. Oh no!
No.
Walking dog, truck nuts. There's a lot to learn in D&D.
The first one, my first realization was that Dog was a meathead on a metal body.
Yep.
'Cause I thought it was all metal body.
Much like Kerchunk.
And that he
Yeah,
wasn't bipedal.
Not inherently.
I was picturing, okay, you know Futurama? I was picturing where they put one of the floating heads on like Bender's body or the
Oh.
robot's body. That's what I was picturing.
That's actually truly what I was picturing, except
Pretty close to
that
that.
body robotic dog. Totally in the same place.
I was picturing like the hands were like dog paws. It was like a very rudimentary robot.
Like it belongs actually in Futurama.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this. Did he die?
Well,
Probably
did he
had
have
to
to?
go and do something.
Yeah. He like scooted out there pretty quickly. Oh, he has to take a work
Had to take a
call.
work call.
Does it mean he's spying on us?
Oh, gee.
He can still hear us, but he's also on the
He
phone.
can't hear us, but he can type in the chat.
Yeah.
I just that the way he messaged immediately made me think that
was-
he was.
It was fortuitous timing for that message to come through. Well, give us the catch up, and we'll give Gabe the abridged version.
Yeah, so back 718, you guys find the hidden tools in the HR manager's office. Orm Varys at 720, viewing D.O.G as a kindred extreme sports enthusiast, decided to ally himself with the investigators, especially Dog.
What was that extreme
He
sport?
also knows ways of sneaking gear in and out of the mines, but he only really knows what he uses for his purposes, which is being able to sneak his motorcycle in and out of the mines in order to work on it on the clock. At 721,
Arrested.
back in the break room, the manager Yark Subam, he was just sort of in subservience to Reva. He just declined to keep cooking his fish in the break room just because she asked him to.
Yeah.
Her so much.
Alice was pretty disappointed in his performance as manager of the mine.
Indeed.
And he just sort of just complained about all the logistical issues of keeping up with, new employees, losing employees with the executions, all of the logistical issues with the equipment. And that there are some strange occurrences with water pipes getting clogged in the mines because equipment is being dumped into them. And he again points you guys to the last scene of the crime, the most recent equipment theft area. At 723, you guys in the break room speak to Garbula, another person who is on break. Doesn't give a whole lot of helpful info, but very similar to the man that Strahd spoke with on the surface. Very insistent that she was on break and didn't want to do any work on her break. She loves her break very, very much, and it seems like everyone here is very passionate about only working whenever they're being paid to work. Back in Orm's office at 725, he reveals to his new friend Dog about his methodology of getting his bikes in and out, and he offers to give you guys a demonstration of shoving his bike through the pipe. And at that point, D.O.G decided that he was going to stick around in Orm's office to have a moment alone with his newfound friend, while Vern heads out to the elevator, which is where Orm says his motorcycle is going to come out at. Then let's see. Where does everyone end up by the end of this?
If I recall, me and Alice split up outside of the break room, and Alice went like we left off as Alice was on her way to.
I've got it here. Yes.
Yeah.
So Alice is going to rejoin with D.O.G in Orm's office. After the moment alone with Orm. Vern, you found what appears to be a handle in a water pipe, and you are opening that up as we speak. And I believe, Strahd, you are heading towards Vern near the elevator.
Yes.
At this current moment, I think we can either wait for Gabe or we can just do the Vern, but I'd rather probably wait for Gabe to come back because we're about to get into the thick of it here. Once this
I think I had
opens...
caught up to Vern. In fact, I think I helped Vern find the lever in the water pipe.
Okay, great. I remember you in the thing saying, "Open it," but that could have been anything.
It could have been anything.
So yeah, we'll just begin with Alice standing outside of the HR office, Vern, you opening the pipe door, and Strahd, you hanging out with Vern behind the elevator.
Yes. Ideal place to begin.
Only 2 groups as opposed to 4.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we stringers are really holding up the old game this time.
It's been 100% stringer problems.
I got nothing.
It's all right.
Right. Once Gabe gets back, we'll be ready to boogie.
Alan ends up talking for 5 minutes longer than he needs to every time. So
yeah, he loves talk. He loves
Gabe
just
will
chatting
be back
with
soon.
Gabe. Y'all play Baldur's Gate recently?
No,
I want to, but I haven't even gotten to play Starfield yet.
Oh,
dude, I'm like, oh my god, it's so good. It keeps getting better and better, and then I keep reading more reviews, and people are like, ugh, it's so like contrite or boring or whatever, and I'm like, dude, you're not playing the same fucking game, because like every
No,
mission,
we're not.
there's been moments, like there's very rare times in gaming, just full history, where when you hit a save scrub, you're like, oh, this is a big event, and you hit a save scrub on that event, and you have to like pick a side, where like there isn't one side that I lean towards, right? Like where you're like, well, this is the obvious path for me. There has been like 4 moments where I've been like, well, fuck me, I have to replay this whole game because like both of these options are incredibly important to me, and like huge things happen. It's like so
I've got about
gripping.
13
Which
hours
game is
and
this?
I've been on 2
Starfield.
planets.
Starfield.
It's
The
so
story
bizarre.
writing good.
Planets.
Oh man, it's so bizarre because I know all the words you're saying separately, but together in that order, I just like a different language. I had no
So,
idea what you were saying.
Gabe, just to recap
Say the words again.
The final
It's just a
moments here.
it's just a really good game. Just a really good
I'm
game.
excited to get more down to it. I'm about to have more than a week off, so I'm gonna get down on it. So Gabe, just so you know where we are rejoining at the end of the recap. You, D.O.G, are in Orm Varys's office still. You're gonna have a moment alone with him. Outside of the office is Alice holding the backup, holding the door. Vern is about to open up a door in a pipe behind the elevator, and Von Strahd is in the same area as Vern. So at this moment, we're going to now open the pipe that Vern has been holding open for a month now. So you open the pipe.
Please open it. Oh my god.
This is a pipe where it's a very large pipe. It takes a few moments for you to swing the door fully open. It is large enough where you could get pretty much any handheld piece of equipment into this pipe, easily fit it. You could bring a seismic hammer with you. You could bring a big toolbox, all kinds of stuff. It's got enough room to fit a person, not enough room to fit a car, if that makes sense. But as soon as you open this door, you see, and it is a U shape down in the pipe, and the surface is completely covered with water.
Fit a
So you
person.
see this opening into the pipe. You clearly see there's a mechanism that's been installed into this pipe to be able to open it sneakily, but it is full of water.
To fit a person, is that a person standing or a person crouching?
You could
Like, would it
stand
fit a
in it,
washing
but
machine?
by virtue of it being vertical currently. So you would have to crouch slightly in order to get. So the door that you're opening is a vertical slice of this pipe, and if you wanted to go underneath the water, you would have to crouch down into the pipe.
Oh, to move forward,
So
we
it's-
have to go underwater and down.
Underwater into
So
the
like a big, like
Oh,
a
Oh, so
big
like
U bend in a
speedway,
toilet.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was picturing like
Yeah.
a Dirty Jobs.
You can't tell how far that U bend goes. It sort of bends into the wall behind the pipe. But yes, you can see that you could easily crouch and go through this water.
I can either, because this is gross, just to like look it out, I can either move through the water and not wet myself because that's gross. Or I can just turn into a fish. And swim through it. If we
Yeah,
want
I was
to
about to turn.
explore.
I was about to turn to you and ask, do you need to breathe air? Can you breathe water? I don't. Do you need air? Can you
I
go?
do, but I can hold my breath for quite some time and not get. He looks at the water, wet.
How long is quite some time? Because there's no way of knowing how far this pipe goes.
It's been quite a minute since I've timed myself, but I'm certain that with a high enough attempt, I could get through this pipe just fine.
Well, I mean, it's your life, I guess. I mean, I don't know why I'm that invested, but
Yeah, in the end, if I have to breathe, I don't know. It will be. Well, now I'm second guessing if I should go through this pipe, but I still think it's the right way through.
I thought you could turn it.
Perfect, Vern.
So,
I thought you could
Strahd,
turn
would
the
you like to?
Oh, I
act
can
under
turn into a fish.
pressure,
I just
use
don't know down
magic?
here that there would be like oxygen in this like water. You know, like this isn't living water, right? This is
Yeah,
like
having to breathe that water at
Couldn't you
all, I think,
turn
might
into a
be.
jellyfish? Jellyfish don't need to breathe.
Jellyfish don't need to breathe.
God damn.
Yeah, but like you can't.
Grace.
You also can't move very
That's
fast as a
such a
jellyfish.
good idea. Who cares? I don't need to breathe. Bro, I don't need to move fast. That's incredible.
Got
I'm
it. Fair
sorry.
enough.
It's just the way
In
my
this
brain
moment. No. Because the whole thing about shapeshifter is like getting the ability of one ability of an animal to boost a check. So in this
The
case,
ability is not breathing.
my
Yeah, you
pitch
should
would
try
be that
druid
there's
sometime,
no like
Grace.
defy danger
Survive.
or whatever to like get through this because I don't need to breathe unless there's anything in the water with me. I feel like I can
I
pass
would
through
like
this
you
slowly.
to make a use magics check.
I like that.
I want to see how good you're able to become a jellyfish. Because there's no jellyfish native to this plane, 100%.
Yeah, but
there's no oceans anywhere.
and I'll explain this through Dr. Strahd's experience. One of his clients, his like one of his top 5 clients is a collector, and in the room in which Strahd gives these back massages, he literally has a fish of jelly, a tank of jellyfish
Fish of jelly.
brought from all over because I got a 15 on this fucking roll.
Yeah, we flash back.
I
for a
turn
brief
into
moment to
2
that guy, and he's like,
jellyfish.
Hey, I mean, check out that tank back there. You know those guys don't have to breathe.
Yep.
Not at all.
And I'm
All
a
right,
fast
so,
one.
You walk up to this opening in the pipe, and you jump up in the air, and after a little whoop, you become a jellyfish. And you plop down into this wet, watery pipe. It's pretty dark in here. No light inside the pipe. The water is not particularly dirty. And you float down it. You probably only float for about 2-3 feet. Before you come up the J hook.
Waste of a 15.
As a jellyfish, I think you just see you surface at the top of the water level, and you just are in darkness.
I have bioluminescence. I'm gonna light this place up.
Okay, you bioluminescent, and you see the inside of a pipe. Would you
Is
like to
Vern
make
has
a investigate a mystery?
Yes. Oh yeah.
I think that makes the most sense here.
Investigate a
I need
mystery
dice.
uses sharp.
Correct.
What's the one that uses cool?
Act under pressure.
I thought there was another question one.
Kick some ass?
Manip-
No.
nope.
Read a bad situation is also
Mm.
sharp.
Oh,
Very
okay,
bad
yes,
situation.
but I think yes. Okay, those are the two. That's the other one. But I got a 7.
Okay. So with a 7, I think you get one question.
Yes, give me
For
just a
investigate mystery,
moment to
yep.
pull up this cheat sheet.
jellyfish aren't that sharp, so that
Yeah, make sure you ask a jellyfish question.
Oh, you're right.
Can
you're
I
right, you're right.
breathe?
I
No.
will. Can I breathe? No, don't need to.
Vern has never seen a jellyfish, so
Um,
he just watched Strahd turn into a horrifying
Yeah, you're
nightmare
not happy
creature
about
he has
this.
never seen.
You're not
And
happy
it just,
about
and
this
then
at
and then it,
What?
it squiggled.
I feel like if I had never seen a jellyfish and I just saw the most beautiful goddamn jellyfish that I will ever see, that I would be pretty stoked about that.
Oh
but,
yeah, stoked.
you know,
Other than the man that just turned into it.
yeah, I guess so.
Where'd he go? Where'd that
okay.
man go?
I have my cheat sheet. Read a bad situation. Nope. Investigate a mystery. So the pipe goes up from like
Correct.
if I wanted to continue forward, I would have to move upward.
Yes, if you wanted to continue forward, you probably have to become a person now, because there's no more water vertically in the pipe. You have reached back to the surface level.
Then at this moment, I'm
Yeah.
going to ask what is being concealed here, and then I can just turn into a bird and fly up.
Okay, so I think you, with your bioluminescence, you're able to see a similar mechanism on this side of the pipe. The door latch that opens on this side as well.
Oh,
Sort
I
of
want
like a
to.
secret passage with extra steps.
I want to open that up then instead of turning into a bird. I want to reach up a jellyfish tendril and wrap it around that whatever I need to wrap it around and pull it. But I'm going to remain a jellyfish for now because the likelihood of you attacking a jellyfish is like lower than me. You'll attack me.
Yeah, I think because you did such a good job at becoming a jellyfish, you're able to be dexterous enough here. You sort
I'm
of are
powerful
like an
and
octopus
fast.
jellyfish. It's
Yeah.
kind of wild.
It's gross.
So you open this door, and after a little kerchunk, it hisses, and then it very slowly swings open, and you can see through a little crack of the pipe. And you use your little jellyfish senses, because you don't got eyeballs.
I imagine jellyfish have true sight.
Oh, okay. I think it's more like echolocation. You go blub.
Yeah,
and,
it's closer to blind sight than true sight, I would think.
Oh,
but
blind
also,
sight.
I think, I mean, if we're going to be naturally, like,
he's
biologically
magical. It's fine.
specific, he's magical, then let's not.
Yeah, he's magical.
Navigate
He's
that
I
fine.
just
That's-
opened a lever. I have
Yep.
muscles in my jellyfishness.
So you are able to peek through this little crack, and I think that you see
One Strahd eye.
what you know to be the most recent scene of the crime. This is where a fully loaded rock grinder was stolen out of the base, out of the mines. We would have covered this if we had gone over more specifics in the data slate, but you guys have already done that. So here we are. Yes. That's what you see on the other side of the pipe.
Okay, I want to swim
Vern
back
is-
over
Vern is-
and like wave
well,
Vern
Vern's gonna
over.
cross through the. I want to go through the pipe. Can I fit up there?
I thought
Oh,
you
sorry,
could
I
fit.
see
You're
that.
just gonna
Swimming
have
through
to
the pipe.
get like
Yeah, you
in the
tilt crack
water.
slightly.
Oh, God.
I just wanted to make sure that this wasn't like the danger room, and then we could like hit it as
I
a group.
can't
But
hear you
because it
guys
seems like an
again.
investigation, I feel
Someone
like
just tried to FaceTime me on my Mac, and all my sounds is.
oh no.
I'm gonna scream.
So for a moment, I think we're gonna jump back to D.O.G in Orm Varys's room. So D.O.G, you're getting your little moment alone here.
Okay. All right. So if I remember correctly, the last thing that happened between me and Orm Varys is that I rolled to manipulate someone and got a
And he became
maximum
your
score.
ally.
So Um,
You bonded over extreme sports.
Mm-hmm. He
yeah,
likes to
yeah,
jump.
we
He likes
bonded
to go
over
fast.
his love of extreme sports. Um, and so DOG, once he sees the door close behind Vern, uh, takes a pause and he says, "Now, Mr. Varus, now that we are alone, I believe that I have something to say to you.
Oh,
All right,
Um,
shoot.
we've established some kind of bond here. I don't know if you can feel it, but I can feel it with my award-winning senses.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
absolutely. I love you.
and that bond is telling me something,
Okay.
Orm. Do you know what that bond is telling me?
That you want to go ride dirt bikes with me after this?
It is also telling me that. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, a two-parter.
However,
All right.
however, it is also telling me that you have not told me everything.
All right, you're
I need to
right.
get to the bottom of this case so that everyone's lives can get back to normal. And so that you and I can go motorbiking or whatever it was.
Dirt biking, of course.
That's the one with the
Gotta go
motors.
fast and jump big. I like it.
Go fast, jump big, fly high. That's what we always say.
That's what we all say in the dirt biking community.
I
Anyways,
have it tattooed on my collarbone.
It's got two rows because it's a long statement. Okay, so you're right, and I initially didn't want to say anything because, frankly, I am a little bit afraid of it. But you know what? If you can offer me protection and making sure that I don't lose my job or anything like that, I think we can become perfectly agreeable here. I'll tell you everything I know.
He can definitely offer you the opposite if you don't do this.
well, let's try the carrot before the stick. Um, why, absolutely, Mr. Varus. I can use the full might of my position as a canine detective for the planet to protect you in any way that I am capable of.
All right. Okay, so listen. It's the work stoppages. The work stoppages have been happening more and more frequently, and the breaks have gotten longer and the breaks have gotten more frequent. And between the logistical issues and the equipment going missing, no one's really cracking down on that part. And I don't know if it's a big group. I don't know if there's a ringleader, but I'll tell you one thing. I think that Reva Kayak has been stirring up a whole pot of shit.
Hmm.
And more than usual. She's been working here for years and years and years, but she's gotten a raise, I think, 3 times in the last month?
The
Yes,
data
I've
slate
signed off
does
on those, but I had to.
the data slate does
Or
seem
should
to
be mad
reflect
at
some
What was that, Dante?
said or else she'll be mad at me.
Yeah.
Or else Reva
true
will be
facts.
really mad at me.
Uh
So I don't know if she's leading some sort of group revolt or if, the cult of personality around her is just getting stronger and stronger. But, I think those two things are connected. And it makes me scared for my position, uh, given all that information.
I understand that. It thank you for giving me that information. Um you say that there are a lot of breaks going on, correct?
People have become very passionate about their breaks lately.
Very passionate. Is everyone taking breaks at the same time?
No, so normally we have a schedule. Normally only about a fifth or so of the folks on call will take their breaks at a time. But people have been taking them together. People have been taking them in bigger groups. At one point we had even half of the mine on break at the same time. They didn't get approved for that. I didn't approve them that. but they all
And these
took it
folks
at the
were
same time.
all on break in the break area, not in the walk area.
Well, we don't tell them where they have to take their break. You know, you can go up to the surface if you want to take your break up there, get some fresher-ish air. You know, you can take it in the break room. We've got like cots on site, so you know some people go and take a nap. Um,
Well,
so we don't
I
really know
think
where they end up, but we can tell when they punch in and when they punch out.
I understand. This does seem like a problem that could be installed with the simple installation of some cameras. Um,
I mean,
but now
do
that
you
you
have any?
have professionals, friend, I am a camera. I'm taking pictures of
Yes.
you right now.
Okay.
I'm taking pictures of you right now.
He waves at your body.
Yep, just like that. Uh, all right. I think that gives us enough information to move forward with. I appreciate your cooperation, and I look forward to flying high with you very soon.
And
Now, if
Alice is
you'll
at the
allow
door
me,
for this
please.
office too.
Hmm?
Really quick, I would like Alice to make a. There's not really like a good passive perception check or anything like that in this one. Alice, will you make a read a bad situation roll for me?
I mean, you could just roll plus a skill.
It could be act under pressure.
I think I want read a bad situation here. I think you're
Okay.
you're on the lookout outside of the
see.
office here.
That is a 7 to read a bad situation.
Okay. So I think with a 7, I think Alice, out of the corner of your eye, you notice both of the women from the break room, Reva and oh, what is her name? Garbula. Reva and Garbula. Both of them leave the break room at roughly the same time, but they head in opposite directions of the plant. That's what I'm going to give you with a 7. So
They're
DOG, back
leaving.
to you in the office here.
Wait, do I get to ask a question?
I was more doing it for a check, but if you'd like to ask a question, feel free.
Okay, I was just wondering. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
I think you continue to take a peek here, and you wait to see. You wait to see if anyone else leaves the break room. And then after a few moments, you see the manager, Yark Subam. He exits the break room as well with his plate of half-cooked fish. And then he heads in the same direction as Reva Kayak. So that's what you're going to get with a 7.
Okay.
Let's jump. Well, we can't jump back to.
Wait, why can't we jump back to us? Oh, wait, Grace is still figuring it out. Oh, no. Can you hear it? You can hear us now, though. Okay, so you started by unplugging and plugging it back in. Yep. Check on your computer first in the settings to put your proper thing on. Make sure that FaceTime is not... Oh, that could be a thing. So make sure that FaceTime is shut down on your computer. Sometimes on my computer, if I have two sources that want to use my microphone, one of them just won't pick it up. Sometimes. You flashed. Can't hear you. But yeah, make sure that FaceTime is shut down. And then maybe just reset Discord. Like, you'll have to actually shut it down. Don't just click the X button, but like after I'm done explaining this, like leave the call, and then you'll have to like right click on it, you know, like actually end the whole program and then come back in.
Mac have a task manager?
It does, but it's not as robust as the PCs. Yeah, if this happens again, I think she could probably share her screen, and
Yeah.
we could figure it out.
I ran a very fast I guess it didn't end up being very fast, but it was an actual one shot last night where we began the adventure and ended it. And it was a glorious fun time. A little like it was like they're right about to. I'm running them through balance, and so they're about to start Crystal Kingdom.
Wow.
And we went on just a side mission because it's Halloween, and I was like, "Do you guys want to do something spooky?" And then I told Ken, I was like, "I'm probably gonna kill all 3 of them, and I just need to come up with a way that they are alive for the next arc of balance, because like I'm not ready for story reasons they will still be alive if they die, but like
and then you guys wake up.
yeah, exactly. Something along those lines. But they didn't actually die. I was blown away. Like in the first like round of combat, I dealt like 49 of 57 damage to one of the dudes. And I was like, okay, cool. I am gonna kill them. And then for the rest of the time, they just did a really good job blocking everything. I got my cool boss stuff off, but other than that, they like did the things that players do. Choke pointed, but I found out that a warlock, once they can cast Fireball as well, can cast Eldritch Blast, and if they hit with Eldritch Blast, they can use a bonus action to cast Fireball at the point of contact with Eldritch Blast. So you
Oh
get
my
smashed by
God.
Eldritch Blast. Like if you hit a middle of a party with your Eldritch Blast, it's just like a free Fireball also in the middle of that.
Wow.
Which is just
Damage
really
for
neat.
damage.
They were using like a wall as like a choke point to fire at the boss and like hide behind the wall, and I finally fucking hit one of them with the Eldritch Blast, and then they no longer wanted to use the wall to hide behind anymore. Well, Grace is getting this fixed. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
Have fun.
Oh no. I made a monster to go along with the last set items instead of doing an item yesterday. I did like a 4-page monster.
Nice.
Monstered up.
I would be curious what sorts of sections you included on that.
What do you mean sections? Oh, from the item?
Or well, from like about the monster.
It's a full monster pit. It's a full monster stat block, just formatted to the style that I've got moving. So it's got like AC, health, speed, stats, traits, immunities, resistances, etc., and then different all the attacks detailed. It's like a it's a pack leader style thing. So one of its abilities is it has 2d8 plus 8 velociraptors as a horde around it.
Let me see if I can find. There's one of the homebrew companies that I work with. They have come up with some sort of a. Where would I look for it? That like they're not the stat block itself, but like the different sections that they have as far as like notes about the monster are like make a really good outline.
Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of like people like extra. There's like descriptive things or like ways for DMs and players to deal with this thing, or like a little story blurb about someone who wrote about it once or whatever.
Felt Gallons. Is that what I'm?
Oh my god, cat has the zoomies.
Maybe I can just
Bro.
send a couple pages of this PDF.
Yeah, and I will send the monster that I built.
Would love that.
Pretty cool, if I do say so myself. But I'm not opening the window. It's 60 fucking degrees outside and the heater doesn't work.
Ooh.
Okay,
Grace,
can you hear us
okay,
at least?
cool.
You can hear us.
Can you
All right.
share your screen with us?
The cat is going fucking insane, bro.
What's going on?
He's just sprinting around. He's a crazy boy.
Love that.
Okay, check your settings and your voice and video settings in Discord, yeah? The input is this USB audio device, I imagine, is your microphone, yeah. Can you raise your input volume to like 75? Yeah, we'll try that.
Okay.
We can actually. Oh, wait.
Or something.
Talk?
Yeah. Oh, it's doing this thingy.
Weird. Okay, raise your input volume to like 90. Yeah.
Did it work?
Yeah. Yeah, we can hear you now. I don't.
Okay.
Whatever that was, that's also probably why you were so super quiet. Like, it's still pretty quiet. This is going to be a very like close sensitive mic. It seems more like a performance mic. Like with that arm, I think like from what I've seen a lot of stuff, some people put their mics like right here, right? So that's kind of what this mic looks like, is like a quiet talking close mic. So
Okay.
just so you know,
Well,
it'll be sensitive, but
is it?
we
But
can
you
hear
can
you
hear
now.
me now?
Yeah.
Weird, because my thingy doesn't indicate, like my little icon guy isn't glowing green when I'm talking, so I couldn't tell if it was
It
working
glows
or
green
not when
on
I
my
was.
end when you're like
Oh,
we see it
good.
glow green.
I was literally in the middle of texting Gabe at this point. Just kill me off right when Discord popped up.
Just kill me off.
All right, so we jump back to Vern in front of the pipe, and
Vern tries to swim through
blows
the
up.
pipe and can't.
We have a new mystery. Strahd.
The jellyfish is stuck on the other side.
The mystery of my left exploding shoe.
Vern died
Oh,
off
boy.
screen, and we don't know how because none of us were with him.
We
jellyfish
we
has
jump
nothing to
back
say.
to Vern being beckoned into the pipe by a little jellyfish.
So I can right when I was in the middle of getting FaceTimed. Is it broad enough for my shoulders to fit?
Yes, definitely. It's
Okay.
what is it? Diameter? Diameter is about 6 feet.
Okay. So it's like I'm picturing like I'm Mike Rowe from Dirty Jobs, and now I'm figuring out what it looks like in my head. Okay.
It's a thick pipe big enough for you to even move through, but you have to go underwater to move forward, which is the
Got it.
gross and scary part.
So you think in your jellyfish brain that however far you traveled, I will make it with
I
my
shouldn't.
human
I
lungs?
I truly feel I wasted the 15 of turning into a jellyfish on this like 3-foot patch of water. Yes, but the
Fair
bioluminescence
enough.
helped, and I have muscles, so it works out.
Fair enough. All right. So Vern, by any means necessary, he gets on and he one hand holds his nose closed because he doesn't like water in his nose, and then he gets down in the water and follows. He puts his other hand goes against the wall so he can kind of follow it up, so he knows where he's going, and he goes for it, I guess,
right.
and he doesn't die, hopefully.
So he doesn't die. Yes, I agree with you. You guys make your way back down this pipe. Again, it's only probably about 5-6 feet down the pipe, and then we get to another point where you, Vern, can stand up, and the door of the pipe is already cracked open, a la Dr. Von Strahd's muscly tentacle.
He flexes
So you
a
take
tentacle.
a peek through, and you
Oh, you're
see,
still a jellyfish.
I mean, yeah, if I'm in the water, I'm not gonna get my clothes wet. I look at you.
The
Vern
area
skirts
where
around
the
him.
rock grinder was stolen most recently. And currently, there is a second rock grinder in this little area. But that's all you can see through this little crack.
Can I roll to investigate a mystery? And I've got my my little zooming guy on my camera.
It's wet, so it doesn't work right now.
I would
have to
like
wait for it to dry
to
off.
pop.
In the fantasy world, I don't have a waterproof camera.
I mean, if you were D.O.G, you
is
might.
D.O.G not waterproof?
He's waterproof.
Oh wait, then my
That's good to
camera
know.
can't be.
It'll.
You're an
once it dries
old-fashioned
off-
gumshoe.
Once it dries off, it'll be fine.
He shakes it and makes a disgusted face. And puts it back
So
in.
yeah, would you like to make investigate a mystery, read a bad situation?
Would like to investigate a mystery.
Okay, go for it. Plus sharp.
Oh, I have to go on the floor. Oh, it still counts.
And
though.
I would like to read a bad situation. Like, she
Sure.
investigates, I'll read.
Yeah, we can do a double roll heal. I'll try and compile the information into.
I'll ask my questions afterwards.
Okay, well then I won't do that.
Yeah. I'll skip.
Okay, I got an 8.
Okay, so with that you get one question.
One question. I'm gonna scroll to my other screen where my questions are. Okay. What happened? Well, where did it go? What is being concealed here? That's my question.
Okay.
Like, is there anything I can
so I
see
think
that's-
from your vantage point here, the crack of the pipe, you are taking a peek through, and you see, probably a group of 3 or 4 people dressed in the mining uniform, and they are loading pieces of equipment into this vehicle. They're trying to be relatively quiet about it. And it seems to be normal equipment, like they're loading up some hammers, they're loading up some small explosive charges that are used to expand the mine, a couple of tanks of gas, and then they sort of make their way back into the depths of the mine, out of your view.
Is it anybody that I recognized from the break room?
From the break room, no. But M, you, as part of your check here, you do notice one of the guys is the gentleman from the surface who was on break last time you saw him.
Okay.
And then go ahead and what's your roll here, M?
Mine was also an 8, 9 minus 1. It's interesting. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
So, I think after that crowd has scattered, I think that you hear, sort of off in the same distance that those miners scattered off into the depths, you hear off in the distance, Oh my god, I can't believe you guys aren't done yet. This is absurd.
Damn it,
Absolutely
Reva.
ridiculous. You need to get on your grind set mindset. And that's what you hear deeper in the mine.
Yeah. I don't think I can communicate as a jellyfish, so I'm gonna flip out of the water and out of the pipe and turn back into Strahd.
And are
Still,
you trying to do this quietly? 'Cause
yeah.
you are gonna have to open up the pipe door and then flip.
Oh, you know
back.
what?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
out. Am
we
I
can
in the
make you
pipe?
do an act under pressure if you want to do that quietly.
Yeah, you're still. We were both. I think we were both looking at this situation from
You guys
inside
are
the
looking
pipe.
through a crack in the pipe. Yeah.
Okay.
So I wanted to
Crack
get
in the
out
door of
so
the
I
pipe.
could.
You're trying to get out. Yeah.
So I could at least communicate. Maybe we move forward, but at least we can like talk about a plan. Okay, act under pressure is cool. 8.
Okay. So I will say, either, you're gonna get all wet, but be quiet, or you can be perfectly dry but make a lot of noise.
Does Strahd care this much? This is a hard thing. You know what? I'm gonna. This is a secondary act under pressure to see how much he cares about this. Oh, he has failed. So Strahd is going to keep himself dry, but in doing so, as he gets out, his goal was to flip gracefully as a jellyfish and turn back into Strahd in midair, but he does it like sideways, and so as he like turns back into Strahd, he elongates and slams the door out and against the wall, and you hear this loud metallic clang echo down the
100%.
path. But he is dry, and he says, warm and dry. He dusts himself off. Cool.
Vern is just stricken, but first by witnessing again the horrid transformation, because now he has to just look at Strahd the way he is normally. Because at least I can stare at a jellyfish. And he is gonna. Is there a way to sneakily peek to see if?
Not anymore.
Dang.
Yeah,
Alright, well, I
the
guess-
metal door of the pipe just slammed against the wall.
And so they see us.
You do not see them. They are deeper in the mines, but the conversation does stop.
Okay,
They heard us at least.
Oh.
Point at Strahd, and I just try and signal with him like, "Don't move." Like, I
give
just do
thumbs
like
up?
this. I'm like,
Okay.
Vern Shay said, "No thumbs up. Just don't move." And he's just gonna listen and see if he can hear people walking closer.
Okay.
Like to investigate the sound.
All right. Then let's go ahead and have you read a bad situation, Vern.
Okay. Is that plus anything?
Sharp.
Oh, well, I got a 10, and I have plus 2 sharp, so 12.
So with
I
the
have
10,
great ears.
you've got hold 3, so you've got 3 questions you can ask here.
And
then I
you're
think
reading
we're
a
gonna
bad
jump back to the other
situation
group.
on a 12 plus. You may ask the keeper one question you want about the situation, not just the
Oh, I didn't
listed
even
one.
read that far. Yes, so yes, you can have any
Ooh.
question.
Wow. And on a plus 12, that one of my 3 is an advanced question, or does that
can ask
count
all of
as
them.
all 3? Oh.
You can ask 3
oh.
whatever questions you want.
Christmas. All right. Well, in my question, I guess, is did they hear me? Are they
Yes.
getting closer? Is my question. It's like, can I tell
At
from
this
listening
current
they're coming
moment, it doesn't
closer?
seem like anybody is coming up on you. As far as you can hear down the hall, it sounds like they're just kind of staying put, trying to figure out what the fuck that was.
Okay. What I am gonna use one of these read a bad situation questions. It's like,
Great.
what's the best way for us to get out without?
Okay, so you
Hard.
observe the room, and other than going back through the pipe the way you came, there are 2 doors. One of them, you assume, leads in the direction of the break room, just by judgment of the layout that you have sort of gathered with your traveling here in the mines so far. And the other one, you don't know. You assume it leads deeper into the actual mine shaft of the mines.
Okay. And
So as far as ways out, those are the three options.
And is the pipe a pipe is like ground level, so we'd have to crawl out?
So the pipe, the water is about waist level if you are standing.
Okay. And so to get out, I'd have to flop out like a fish.
Yeah. Put your leg
Or
over kind
clamber.
of like a wrestling ring. Wrestling mat.
I
Wrestling mat.
say, why don't you keep a lookout from here, and I can go check out the car. More
Yeah.
stealthily than I did before.
Yes. Maybe wait until you're not in midair to change.
Do you
that way
have
we can...
one more question, Grace? Is that true?
Yeah, I've got one more question.
Okay,
Can
let's
I
go ahead and do your one more question, then we're going to jump back to
Okay.
the other
Yeah,
folks.
Instead of what's the best way to protect the victims, what is the best way to keep us from being discovered? Because I can ask whatever I want.
Yeah, I think, you would hear somebody come from the pipe if you closed the door. So if you closed that, no one would know that you came through the secret passage. So as far as protecting your yourselves and your information, I would say hiding behind the truck and closing the pipe. I think that's probably the two biggest things that you have to make sure aren't discovered. Yourselves and then the secret passage in the pipe that you just used.
And if you could like reclose the pipe enough to get back to that crack that we were at before, because like they were in the room and they didn't see it, right? So you don't have to like close it if you wanted to wait by safety and keep a lookout from there, just as a suggestion. And I could sneak up to the vehicle and see if there's anything to glean.
Gabe got a phone call right as I was about to jump back to him.
Well, I think it's good that I stay in because I am wet, and if I leave, I will leave a wet trail.
This is fair, actually. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Well, then while he's on the phone, I want to turn into a rat.
Great. Let's have you use magic.
10.
10? Okay. You turn into a rat, and it's a convincing rat.
Squeak, squeak, motherfucker. And I scurry off.
Yeah, we can just stay here since we can't go back. We can just stay here.
I scurry off, and I come... actually, you know what? My question, as a rat, do I look like a rat, or do I look like a Strahd rat?
You look like a rat.
Okay, cool. Then as a rat, I want to come out, and I want to stay in the open. That way, if they come out, they can see a rat, and then I want to scurry like under the car or something, so they think that like this clang, maybe the rat knocked over something.
Okay.
They
how
come
long do
to
you
try
wanna
and
wait?
like kill you.
I'm a rat. I'll try to escape, or I'll kill them.
So I think you wait for a few moments here, and then after a few moments, you see the familiar face of Garbula de Garl and the gentleman who I forgot his name from the surface. And both of those folks. Oh, his name is Faustus. Yeah, his name is Faustus. Okay, so you see Garbula and Faustus peek their heads into this little loading area. And they see you as a rat in the center of the room, and they say, "Ah, a rat."
I want to get up on my hind legs, and I like little paws in front of me. I want to squeak, squeak at them, and then I want to get down and scurry off behind some boxes or something.
Garbula turns to Faustus and she says, "If I see that rat again, I'm going to give him what for." And she picks up the equipment. She's got like a metal box that she is hauling. And her and Faustus both walk up to the vehicle, pop open the back door, load that back up into there, and close it.
While it's open, can I see inside the vehicle? Like how full up is this vehicle? Is it
I would
like...
say it doesn't seem unreasonably full. This looks like a normal amount of mining equipment to you, an untrained miner. It's not packed. It's not it looks like it's meaningfully loaded, but not overloaded.
Okay.
And then I think after a few moments, both of them, after they get their gear loaded up in there, and they say, "Well, Faustus, I believe that is all of our tasks for the time being. I believe it is time for a break." And Faustus turns to her and he says, "Yes, I also would like to take a break. Let us go and have our break. And both of them sort of robotically turn to the door and begin heading down the path back to the break room.
Is it some kind of parasite
That
that's
was fucking weird, huh?
in their brain holes and just
Wild.
Ooh.
Okay, that's interesting. Everyone wants to take a break whenever they are not being actively controlled. Maybe maybe it takes power from this thing to be in active control, and when it doesn't want to be in active control, it puts them on break, right? So they're not going away. It has puzzle pieces to move, but it isn't like expending this energy. Maybe something to think
And if
about.
they're on break, they're not mining, and all the mining equipment's being stolen. So maybe it's something is protecting
Is it
itself.
is it
If
like
they were
everyone
mining.
here?
That's a mystery.
This is interesting. No, I know. I'm just pitching.
Wait, wasn't it mentioned that the number of people taking their break was like increasing, or it was different every time? So
It's like
maybe
getting
it's
bigger and
slowly
bigger and
making
bigger,
more.
right? He said at
Yeah.
some point half of the mine was on break. I would be curious if we asked him, should have at that point, but like, did anything go missing at that time? Was it like the biggest thing went missing when half of the mine was on break, or something along those lines? But
Yeah, what first came to my mind is if like they're mining, right? So what if they'd like discovered whatever was on the ground that came after us, and it has some sort of, I guess it's magic world, so I don't know, magic or
an alien
parasite
of some yeah,
or
100%. They could have mined
fumes.
where
Who
they shouldn't
knows?
have. Yeah,
A magical
Mhm.
alien.
I like that.
Oh.
All right, these are really
Alright.
good thoughts. No, these are good thoughts. While Gabe is still on the phone, they've left. Have I waited long enough that I feel sure that there is no one else just like sitting down this tunnel? I want to wait longer than they would wait. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you wait for probably another good 10 minutes or so, however long it will take for Alice and Dog scene to take. And after a while, no one seems to come. This vehicle you think has been loaded for bear. You think any more loading, they would have to start stacking stuff up a little bit haphazard in the back, but yeah, it got loaded up, and then
Yeah, I want to
no one's
turn
come back
back
in this room.
into Strahd, and I want to see if I can search this vehicle
Okay, sure.
just for any extra
Ver-
clues.
Vern
Yeah,
is just gonna open the door wider so he could watch what Strahd is doing.
Vern's been spending a lot of time in waist deep water this episode. I love it.
He wants to be helpful, but if he gets out,
Yeah,
he's gonna
yeah.
spread water everywhere.
Investigate a mystery. Read
And
about the
as Vern
situation.
opens, or as Strahd opens the door, the camera pans up and over to the office of.
And we're back in Orm Varys HR, his office. Here we are.
D.O.G's out. D.O.G's leaving.
Okay, you
Aw.
open the door of the office, and Alice is there. Alice, do you let D.O.G know the information that you gathered in the hallway?
I do.
So what happened
Which information was that?
I got it. What happened was Revakayak, she headed in one direction, Garbula Degarl headed in the other direction, and then the manager, Yark Subam, went in the same direction as Revakayak. Revakayak, not Garbula.
And I will say, you missed out on Grace and I's scenes, and we uncovered some information. So this is interesting to me as the balance is that D.O.G would not know that information, but Gabe in this moment
D.O.G.
would.
sure doesn't.
Okay, then play
Gabe
without
and
it.
D.O.G. sure don't know this information, but that's okay because I already knew the next thing that I wanted to do.
Great, let's do it.
Yeah, I stop when I see that Alice is there. I do make sure that the door closes behind me though. And I say, Alice Bone, just the
D.O.G.
person of violence I was hoping to meet out in this hallway. I have learned some information And I do believe that we have enough that our suspicions can be more forcefully acted upon. As the person with the lowest violence threshold and the highest capability for such, I think that that it should be you that does our next layer of questioning. I believe that the estimable Miss Kayak is keeping information from us, and that information should be how to put it delicately, shaken out of her.
Well, this does excite me.
I
As I've
thought
been
it
doing
might.
this
I
whole
thought it
person
might. On
questioning.
on this we can agree. Um, so I believe that this might be the best use of your particular skill set.
You know me so well, D.O.G. I wish you didn't.
It is a curse. It is a curse of knowledge.
That's
Speaking
awesome.
of the
You
curse of
can also
knowledge,
leave me
you
alone.
also realize that it's been about 10 minutes since you sent Vern down, maybe about 15 now, sent Vern down to check out the elevator area where Orm sent his dirt bike through the pipes.
Hmm.
You know, you
Did
can
Orm
do
send his
with that what you will,
dirt
but
bike through the pipe full of water?
no, it was a different pipe.
Different pipe.
There's a
Okay.
pipe behind a pipe.
Yeah, pipeception.
Right.
There's lots of pipes here.
And we didn't send anyone down this pipe.
No,
Not with
just a dirt
the
bike.
No.
bike, no. Vern and I went down a different
No.
pipe behind that pipe.
Have you guys seen the bike?
The bike, yes. They
Yes.
both saw the
Yeah.
bike behind the elevator. Yep.
Okay.
So we know
Okay,
it.
so
We
we
know it
do-
comes out.
Okay. All right. That's what I was looking for.
Are you about to go back in the office and hop in the pipe?
I don't see a reason why I would. I think I'm gonna follow
Mhm.
I'm gonna follow Alice and we're gonna go hopefully look for Reba.
Okay. You guys just gonna head down the hallway in that direction you saw her go?
Lovely. And they heard her down the pipe, so I don't really know where she may be, but I'm just gonna head in the general direction where she went.
Okay. So you head in that direction, and I think relatively quickly, especially with D.O.G being present. D.O.G, you definitely have gone over all of the info in the data slate a few times now, and you realize that you guys are about to find yourselves in the car park, which is where the most recent incident of theft took place. You don't know that, but this is also where Vern and Dr. Strahd are currently located.
We don't know that either.
Yes. So do you guys want to make a roll to see if you can find Reva? Do you guys want to head in that direction of the actual crime scene? What are we thinking?
I haven't rolled yet. I like rolling.
Great.
Uh,
I think we can just go crime scene first and just hope forever. That's what Alice is looking for.
that makes sense.
Alice is marching around just searching for Reva.
So I might have gotten confused. Are we going for Reva or are we going back to the crime scene?
I suggested the crime scene.
Okay.
Yeah,
'Cause
let's
you
go with
don't
the
need to
crime
roll for
scene, but
making a
we're
crime
keeping
scene
our
until you
eyes
get there.
peeled for Reva.
Okay, I think
I can-
you guys pass a couple of miners on the way, but these are folks that you guys haven't seen yet. They just sort of walk past you and continue to do mining things. They're hauling up boxes of ore. You know, maybe every so often there's a guy coming up with a broken piece of equipment or something like that.
Do any of them have bread on them?
According to your sensors, no.
Sad lives.
And then you folks both make your way to the car park. And I think Vern and Dr. Strahd, you hear them coming.
Oh,
But
I'm
you
gonna
don't
turn
know
into a rat
who.
again and try to hide under the car because
Okay,
I should
you
not
turn
be
into a
searching.
rat.
I'm gonna close the door. Really,
Okay.
not gonna slam it, but I'm just gonna close it.
Okay.
And
And then you folks from your hiding spots see D.O.G and Alice enter the car park.
oh, Vern waits to make sure no one else comes through the room, and if it's just those two, then he opens the door and goes, "Dog."
Steps
look,
out,
wait a minute,
sopping
we're-"
wet.
No, I'm just opening it. I'm like leaning my
That's even
waist
better.
halfway so he can see me. Think like A Christmas Carol when he's like talking down, and you just see his top half.
When I
Soaking wet
yeah.
from the bottom half down.
when I turned into a
And-
rat this time, I only got a 7, so I'm just like a very big rat. Still small enough to fit under the
Ugh.
car, so you see out from under the car like a giant rat's head
big
poke
fat
out and
rat.
look at you.
Dog, look,
I don't-
we found a pipe.
What?
We found a pipe, dog.
Looking at this rat, like,
The rat points at the pipe.
You certainly found a lot of moisture, huh?
Vern clambers out
The
kind
rat
of
nods.
awkwardly. Well, he's super tall, so maybe it's not too awkward. And he walks over to the car, like, leads a little wet trail, and he's like, "Yeah, Strahd and I followed a pipe behind the pipe where the bike fell out, and we saw some strange behavior of the miners as they loaded up some things here in this trunk. We were just about to open it when we heard you coming, and we thought you were the miners."
While Vern was saying all of that, Strahd was acting it out as a rat standing in front of him.
I just realized Gabe doesn't know what happened in our scene because he was gone.
I had
don't
no
know what
idea.
happened in Gabe's scene because I was gone. So we're both just like,
This is great.
I
This
don't
is
know what you
acting right
did.
here.
Well, congratulations on finding your pipe. On my end, I had a brief solo interview with our HR director. And he pointed us in the direction of Reva Kayak. I know that he's only the latest to do so, but I rolled a 12, so I think we should go and do that. He also said something about all the workers taking lots of breaks. I don't quite know what that means for our mystery, but it does give many of them, too many maybe, an opportunity to be thieving.
I turn back into Strahd and I say, "The brakes, the brakes." While we were here listening in to their conversations, as Vern has mentioned, they loaded up the car. They left. We heard Reva
Oh
Kayak
my
yelling
God! It's
at.
Strahd.
We heard, yeah, exactly. We heard Reva Kayak, sort of, I guess, commanding. I don't know. That's just her nature. But a group of Garbula and Co. So they're both sort of involved in this truck. He points at the truck. And then we waited out a little bit longer, and they came back, finished loading up the truck, and said that they were going on break again. This is the weird thing, though, because it wasn't like a haha, let's take the man for his all money. It was like they needed to go on break again, and they, I think, are returning to their break points. And this is it's weird, right? Because you're pointing out breaks, we're pointing out we should keep an eye on these breaks.
Yeah, I think our new word our new word for this mystery is breaks.
Taking breaks, taking care of breakness.
Mm-hmm.
And I think as you folks,
I don't remember what that number was, but I think those are the two things now.
as you folks continue to discuss breaks and such, you hear the shuffling footsteps of about 6 people coming from both of the 2 paths
In
that
the
lead to
pipe,
this room.
in the pipe, get in the pipe. And I turn into a rat and I hide again under the car.
And these 6 people are
No.
still approaching this room. Anybody else gonna do
Vern-
anything?
Vern
We're
opens
supposed
the
to
pipe
be here.
door.
We are the investigators from the government.
Yeah, but we get more information if they don't know we're here and there's something happening. Like, we can see it happen and then know, rather than have them lie to us.
They're almost here.
Okay.
The shuffling footsteps.
I don't know where Alice is
Waiting
gonna
here,
hide, but
Brad.
DOG like shortens his legs and like scoots under the car.
Well,
I'm gonna hide in the
I
pipe
open the
with
door wider
Vern.
as a gentleman and offer my hand to help Alice into the pipe water.
I take your hand. I lift myself up as well. Like I
To the
float.
pipe water.
And then I get in and I
So when Alice gets into the pipe water, everyone else is sort of hidden at this point. And the displacement of water between both fairly big person Vern and Bradley, and also fairly buff person Alice Bohm, just displaces like 5-6 inches of water just straight out of this pipe onto the floor. And at that same moment, you guys pull the door of the pipe shut, and 6 miners, almost in lockstep, enter this room. And they look at the ground. All 3 of them, all 6 of them even, look directly at the wet spot on the ground and walk directly to the pipe.
Alice I was a clarifying question. Alice got in first and then I got in, but was Alice's
Once
weight
the
enough?
second person gets into the pipe, that's when the
Oh,
water
okay.
starts falling out.
Got it.
And you guys can hear back on the other side of the pipe, there's also water coming out on that side.
Perfect.
Um,
I shuffle so does this pipe door have like slats at all so we can look through?
nope. You guys are looking
It's just
through the
a-
crack on the edge of it.
Okay. I lean away from the crack. It works every time.
If that's all
I'd
that
like
wants to, yeah.
I have a let's see. I have a move called Wallop.
Okay.
Um it does sort of feel it sort of feels like we're coming close to having to clobber some folks. Um I have a move where I get bonuses for using improvised weapons.
Okay.
Um just out of curiosity, do you think that my robot body is strong enough to flip this car?
No.
Just like underneath one side of it and
So
up and over?
this is like a large industrial scale mining
Ah,
vehicle on
nope, never mind.
treads. This is like a 40-ton piece of equipment here. This is the rock
Mm,
grinder that makes the tunnels for the mine.
could I with my dog robot strength maybe rip a pipe off the bottom of it?
Certainly. I think you could
Okay.
probably break a pipe.
Okay.
I was going to suggest you and I pin ourselves to the bottom of the car and go along with it so that we.
Oh yeah, if the car is taking off, we can definitely hitchhike.
Okay,
But
cool.
it does look like our allies are about to get discovered.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We don't
Can
know. We
I-
don't know if that's bad yet,
Can we
though.
roll?
Yeah, but like all
'Cause
right.
I feel like once discovered, we could be. Now we are here investigating you by order of the Emperor. Then we have
It's easier
backing.
when you're discovered in plain sight, not hidden in a pipe.
Well, we still have the
Maybe
backing.
you, the investigators, are the ones stealing the stuff. You're in the secret pipe that we definitely didn't know was there.
All right,
To get
so
in
here's what
close.
happens. All 6 of the miners gather around the pipe, and one of them walks up and reaches his hand into the handle that opens the door of the pipe, and he rips it straight open, revealing Alice and Vern standing in waist deep water inside of this pipe. And in unison, all 6 of the miners say, "You're supposed to be on break." And they
Out.
all
Let's go.
start
Let's
trying to
go.
grab you out of the pipe.
All right, I'm back into Strahd.
Oh.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
Okay.
I knew it
Well,
was a
I'm gonna rip
parasite.
this pipe off.
I
Yep.
am gonna need an act under pressure, kick some ass. I think Vern, you got in second, so I think this is gonna need to be from you first in the pipe.
Beans. All right.
Protect someone is also a role that maybe Alice could make.
What's the?
Can I act under pressure to acquire an improvised weapon?
Sure.
See, I got an 8 and I have +1 tough. So is that kick some ass then?
Kick some ass is plus tough, yes.
Okay, so I got a 9 then.
Okay, so with a 9, you and whatever you're fighting inflict harm on each other. So I think that you, sort of
I've
as you're
got
being
some.
pulled out of this pipe, you sort of go limp and just find yourself in a heap on top of the miner that was trying to pull you out of this pipe. So I think both you and the miner. Let me see. Do. Both of you are unarmed. I don't know if you have any armor, Vern, but both of you are going to take 1 harm here.
Wait, how much armor do I have?
Everyone, there's like I don't know if the scale is different for people, but from my scale, it's like 3 circles, and then a line, and then 4 circles, and that means like I can take 3 harms before things are like really bad for me, and then after that I can take a few more harms before I die.
Yeah, I've got three squares that say okay, and then a
Oh.
line, and then 4 squares and then dying. And
Would I not find it
So,
on
like,
here then?
You
It
should
wouldn't be on my
find it.
paper.
It should be in that
it's
first
further
column.
down. Let's see. If I look at your gumshoe.
When you reach 4 or more, mark unstable.
Yeah,
Yes.
that area should be your health. So you've just reached 1.
Well, I can't technically die, so that's at least until we solve the mystery. So that's,
Well, that's great.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
rock
I have
7 harm,
the
no
long
problem.
goodbye. You can't die with an open case. Specifically, you suffer all harm as normal, but your death is postponed until you have either completed the mission or abandoned the case.
Oh.
So
Dang, Ghost.
Or break
Okay,
your
so
code.
Vern takes
Or
18
your
harm.
code.
It doesn't matter.
Yo,
Yo.
both of Vern's legs break. Doesn't matter.
Not actually.
He'll
You're
keep
just in
walking.
you're just in a heap with 2 or 3 of the other miners on the floor here.
1 harm
Vern can survive being run over by the mining equipment.
right?
for now.
As long as that doesn't solve the mystery.
No, because Vern can get bisected. It's just gonna be Vern can still act and move and do things.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just now
God.
it's the top half of Vern.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
our
And the
Vern was
moment
the one normal
this
one.
on the moment this
For now.
existence becomes too horrific, and you just quit on the case so that you could please die.
Oh, God.
This goes dark. All right.
I think
We're-
now
we're
we
really-
kind of have to go in order now because we're kind of in combat.
What's
we're
that
really
order?
rocking.
Who wants to go next? We already had Vern go.
I've got a thing.
I'll just write down the order.
Because I rolled a 12 on my
Get a crowbar check.
act under pressure. Yeah, my get pipes.
Mhm.
On a 12, you can either do the thing you're doing to absolute perfection, or you can do an additional thing.
Okay.
So I
Give me
want
a
2
pipe.
pipes.
Yeah, throw me a pipe.
Great. Yeah, you grab you.
Oh, do you want a pipe? I was just gonna double hand. I was gonna
You
dual
could
wield
double
pipes.
hand if you
Can
want
I
to
get a
dual
third
pipe by
pipe?
just like
No,
Can I pull a third pipe off of this? All right. Yeah, that's fine. You can have this pipe.
just extra.
Now we
you
both
find
have
a couple
pipes.
of loose pipes
One
and
action.
you're able to just sort of unscrew them, and you've got 2 pipes.
This is
Oh, yeah.
I imagine a one harm weapon.
Yeah. No, I think unarmed is 1 harm. Let's do 2 harm. It's a meaty pipe.
Why? Because I think daggers are 1 harm as well.
Oh. Well,
Yeah,
then 1 harm.
the scale is like huge. Like a gun is
Yeah,
3
you
harm.
know.
You know.
We're not actually going to be in combat.
Right.
Things are going to be progressing, I think.
Right. Cool, Alice. I feel like you're up in this pipe with Vern, so I will concede to you going before I go because you're like these hands are next to you.
All right. Are they still trying to reach out and pull me too?
Yes, the other triplet that are still on their feet, those guys are now reaching for you in the pipe.
Lovely. Well, Alice does not want to be touched at all. And I don't think she has her duffel bag on her right now. She only abandoned it when she crawled into the pipe. So she's
Duffel
about
bag's just
that.
on the floor next to the pipe.
yeah. So she's just going to instead use her divine weapon. Out of her hand just like sprouts like a crazy razor whip.
Great.
And I'm gonna roll to kick some ass. And I want this like slice off all the hands that are trying to reach out for me. Because, oh, disgusting. I'm already in all this water.
Human
That is
hands.
an 11 to some ass.
So with an 11, you choose one extra effect. You can either take +1 forward for yourself or give it to another hunter. You inflict terrible harm, which is what it seems like you're trying to do here.
Yeah.
You suffer less harm, or you force them where you want them.
I think I forced them where I want them.
Okay, so I think
like,
instead of
Out of the pipe,
cutting
away from me.
yeah, instead of cutting these hands off, they sort of get all tangled up, and they, in their confusion, take a couple of steps back from the pipe.
This is
And then
not-
I think at this point, the three that are on Vern, they're beginning to get the upper hand on you. They're beginning to be able to immobilize you as a trifecta here.
Do I get a chance
And
to
we need
fight
to go
back?
with Dr. Acula now.
I am gonna come in on the person in the back of the group because I imagine their attention is in on this pipe. My goal is just to swipe a knee with the pipe I've been thrown. I don't want to kill, but I feel like this world, like extreme violence, is like just on the table at all times, right? Like dealing
You
with the
guys are members of-
situation. Exactly.
You guys are representatives of the Inquisition.
Like
No
Alice
one's
just
gonna
chopped off
say,
their
"Hey, you
hands,
didn't-"
even though we're assuming they're under some control. Like this is just how we deal with shit. So I'm gonna instead of braining him though, I'm gonna like try to just basically kneecap him, so he can't do what he's doing,
Okay.
or they can't do what they're doing. This is a kick some ass roll.
Oh yeah.
Can I have a
The
plus
powers
one
of-
because he doesn't know I'm running up on his
Yeah,
ass?
that's a surprise.
This is the powers
Oh,
of love,
God.
friendship, and incredible violence.
Tough. Oh no. I'm gonna throw this pipe back to you. I got a hold on with a +1. I got a 4.
Okay, so almost supernaturally, the person who you're about to try and kneecap with, that person whips around and just punches you right on the nose.
Oh. I roll the pipe back up under the car so that you can have your 2 pipes back.
So I think that'll give you 1 harm, M.
Yeah.
With an unarmed fist punch. And then let's jump back to Vern. Vern, you are scrambling with 3 folks on the ground here.
All right. So Vern reaches into his inside coat pocket and pulls out his brass knuckles and puts them on and punches right like if who's like
Just
which one of them is
indiscriminately.
just no, Vern's gonna be smart about it. Who's like has the most success in like almost pinning him down? Like who can is it all chaos?
With you, there's like 3 people on top of you, so it's just kind of
Ah.
whoever you can get your fists on.
All right, so I'm gonna get my just any meaty body part, preferably like genitals or face.
Genitals or face is always a good space to hit. I just curious on like intention here. Are they trying to pin Vern or are they trying to beat the hell out of Vern?
It seems to you that they're trying to pin Vern at this current moment.
Okay.
They're not like scratching, they're not gouging, they're just trying to get control of the situation here, it seems like.
Cool, just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Vern, you're gonna roll plus tough.
Kick some ass. Kick some ass.
Okay, so it's 7 plus 1 tough, and then my brass knuckles is another 1, so 9.
So with a 9, you and whatever you're fighting inflict harm on each other. So I think we are sticking with the harm of 1. You just absolutely nail one of the guys in the fleshy part of his stomach.
No face,
and
no face genitals.
no, you missed the
I was
genitals.
aiming for face or
Unfortunately.
genitals.
It's a good attempt.
Yeah, but you
it is
got a
sort of
9.
scramble. So you hit
That's
you
fair.
hit one of them in the stomach, and he sort of rolls off of you. But the other 2 then begin to get a little bit more violent. They're now beginning to scratch and rip, and they're escalating the situation with you over here on the ground, Vern. Let's go to D.O.G next. Now,
Wait,
with
do I
2
take
pipes
more
again.
harm? Do I take any more harm or no?
You
yes,
took that
you are supposed
one.
to take 1 more harm. Yes.
You should be at 2 total harm now.
Yeah.
Okay. Really quick, gotta define a couple of things.
Yep.
How long? We know that my legs can sort of extend and retract. How long can they get? Like, could I whack a dude from without coming out from under the car?
You could, but it wouldn't hurt very bad.
Tell that to my dice rolls.
Well, he's gonna
Okay,
tell that to the
cool.
amount of harm it causes.
But yeah, I mean, you
Um,
could like whip the fuck out of somebody with a long leg.
What if it was a long leg holding a pipe?
I like to imagine that you only have so much cordage inside of your body, so as you want this one to get longer, the rest of them have to come in, you know?
Is if that is the way that it works, and I can hit a dude with that as the mechanic, I love that. That
I
I
sounds
think it's
so
think you
fun.
just
definitely
goofy.
can, but this sounds like a difficult role to do from the ground here. You know, where there's a bunch of people in this
It's
fight.
true. It
There's a
is
bunch
like
of dudes
this is
floating
a
around.
cartoon style attack. We're not playing a
Yeah.
cartoon
That
style
would
game. All
I
right,
think
I'm
that
out
would
from
be a
under the car.
-1 type of attack.
Okay, no, I'm coming out from under the car. I am going to keep a distance. I don't want to get grabbed, and I don't want to get punched back. So I'm going to, attack them from a good ways away.
Throw a
Okay.
pipe.
6 feet. I'm gonna whack them with this pipe. And we're cracking skulls. None of
for
this
it.
kneecapping nonsense. Oh,
That's why
well,
you should aim for the
we'll
kneecaps.
we'll see whose skulls we crack, I guess.
I mean, how much skull cracking
No!
does he need to do when he's catching bread criminals? He probably doesn't have a lot of experience.
It's true. I've
Oh.
never pulled my gun. I might not even have one.
Do you need to? He can just like murder people still for the bread.
That's true. I just sort of tag them, and they get picked up by other people who
Yeah, the
murder people.
RBKs then are the ones that come and murder the bread thief.
Okay, so I'm gonna explain all the mechanics that are happening.
Okay.
Because I'm not gonna make different choices based on this roll. I made
Good.
my choices.
Yes.
I've rolled a 6.
Uh-uh.
And I picked my wallop skill. When I use an improvised weapon, I can pick one of 4 added effects, and the effect that I picked is inflict +2 harm, but the improvised weapon breaks.
Oh,
I
that seems
intended to
really
break this pipe over
cinematic.
somebody.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of specs you gave the pipe, but it's +2 harm to whatever's going down here.
Okay. And then what were
That
the
And he
dice
failed.
rolls?
He got a 6.
I got a
Okay.
6. Mhm.
So I think you wind up to make this really, really big swing, this hefty, hefty pipe swing. And I think that you do hit a guy. I'm gonna give you this. You do hit a guy. And it is hard enough to break the pipe and just absolutely knock this guy unconscious. But it also, you hit it so hard that that guy, the force of the pipe breaking goes through that guy and straight onto Vern Bradley. And Vern, you're gonna receive 1 additional harm through this guy who just got a pipe broken on his head.
Man, I knocked him. I knocked this dude in the back of the head, and he headbutted Vern
Yeah,
on
his
his
head
way
came
out.
forward and he smashed
Yeah.
Vern's nose.
Yeah. And
Oh,
that guy
You have a
has,
smashed nose.
That guy has a gash taken out of the back of his skull, and currently he
broke
does not
my
seem to be moving.
nose.
Yikes.
Next up,
Mission
Alice.
accomplished.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom while Alice is going.
Oh goodness. I'm gonna step out of the pipe now.
Okay.
How many
As
guys
I-
with hands and heads are still around?
So there's 2 still on Vern, and then
Okay.
there are 3 in front of Alice.
There should be 1 on Vern because I punched one of them off.
That
of
one
me.
is still alive. He's just injured.
But he's not. Is he still on me or is he just on
Yes.
the floor?
You guys are still in a
How many-
scrambling in a
How many
pile.
of the 3 guys on Alice are missing hands?
Yeah, I don't think I took out their hands this time.
Yeah, Alice did
try to do
force them where they want them, so they're just lightly scraped up.
Okay.
Yeah. I think since they're like kind of I'm gonna step away from them.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to help out. Roll to help out Vern
Okay, great.
with this. Like use my razor whip. I know it's not ideal, but it's useful to try to grab you out of it. Out of there, two people on you. Okay. 5 plus cool. Oh, goody. That brings you up to a 7.
Okay, so
Out of 6.
Alice is sort of holding up one of the people scrambling on top of you, Vernon, and you're going to get +1 to whatever action you take on that person next turn.
gotta
Next up
take my nose.
is Dr. Acula.
Then I'm
That's
up.
a nice cat.
My turn. Needs so much goddamn attention. Okay. Dr. Acula, he is going to reach into this crowd, this group. The dude that turned around and attacked me. I'm going to this is my natural attack. I'm curious. So my natural attack is a life drain. Is that use magic or is that kick ass?
I think we're gonna use magic for that one. I think that makes the most sense.
Just
Kick ass feels like a
baller.
physical move.
Baller. I am debating. I want to. Yeah, I'm gonna. There's an option in use magic that is do one thing beyond human limitations, and I'm curious if I can make that mean without having to move to big magic, be maybe just like piercing the veil of what is controlling them a little bit, you know, like starting to break that down, like seeing if I can get any feelers about direction or intent or.
Sure. Yeah, I think if you do a good roll here on use magic, that makes sense to me.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
my
that
goal
also
instead of attack.
might also fall under communicate with something that you don't share a language with.
I was thinking about that once I like targeted what it was.
Hmm.
So I am going to try to focus on this guy and like draw him off to the side to like begin working with him. 11. God damn, dude. Use magic is my
Okay.
butter.
So with an 11, your magic works without issues. And then you are choosing to not do harm. You're sort of trying to figure out what the situation is.
Yeah, I'm trying to pierce the veil on
Yeah,
what is
okay,
controlling
so,
the brain.
You're very used to this this draining ability that you have, and you pull this guy off to the side, and you focus a lot of your energy into figuring out what the nature of this influence that is clearly being held over these people. And whenever you do, it is a similar action. You're reaching out with your magic to pull something back to yourself. And whenever you reach out, two things happen. The first thing that happens is we hear a squeal/yelp from the hallway back towards the break room. This
Can
is
you give me
somebody who's
that?
very near to you. I'm getting there. This is very near, just around the corner, out of sight from where everyone is scrambling over here. And the yelp is like it sounds a little bit like this. Yeah. And that's the
Sounded
yelp.
like a cum.
And then as far as trying to drag information back to yourself, you get two things. Number one is there is a pull, sort of like an anchor from the direction of that yelp. You very clearly get that. And then as you continue to explore in this sort of metaphysical space, you're trying to pull more and more information towards yourself. You see the visage, as if in first-person view, the face of Reva Kayak, and then behind her, a great, immense blackness. Something that you have never experienced in all of your time of draining. You know, you're able to get memories from people. You're able to get senses for what they feel about you, how they feel about other people. But this is entirely alien to you.
What does it taste like?
this shape is too big to even get your mouth around. You try to pull this blackness to yourself, and it's like trying to pull a planet out of orbit.
I stop. I don't do that anymore.
And that's where the
Oh,
episode's
God.
going to end.
Oh, that's cool. Hell yeah,
Mm.
bro.
Mm.
That's cool.
All right.
Good ending.
Yeah.
So that is the end of our current session. Let's
Awesome.
see. Do we conclude the current mystery? No.
Not
Good thing,
yet.
Vern. You're still alive. All right. Do we save someone from certain death or worse? I don't think so this time around.
Trying
Not
to.
a lot of
We cause
lot of,
certain death or worse.
not a lot of
Yeah,
bystanders
Gabe-
currently.
Dog broke my nose through another guy.
Did we learn something new and important about the world? I think I'm gonna give you guys XP for this because yes, but I don't want to reveal it until the beginning of the next episode.
Well, we have to get we have to get 2 boxes checked to get experience.
Yes, I want to make sure you guys get experience
Okay,
here.
sweet.
And then, did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
I feel
I feel like we kind of get to learn more about everyone.
yeah, we
session.
develop more like
I
dogs.
would
Yeah,
like
no, like
dogs tether.
we're making character choices on this. Like,
Yes, I would like to make sure I would like to make sure we get an XP here at the end of session. So I'm going to say yes, we've learned a lot about each other.
Love, friendship, and
Takes-
incredible violence.
I
takes me up to 6.
think.
Oh, 4.
Hold on, that brings me. Oh wait, like experience that levels me up again for sure. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna take. Let's see, abilities.
Oh shoot, I do level up. Nice.
What's my charm? My charm is pretty good, so I'm not gonna take that ability.
What if I took a gumshoe move right here?
Hey.
Hey, come on, don't break my nose through another guy and then take my moves.
You had a huddle without me? Vern's taking hits.
I think this is going to progress my ability called Mental Dominion. When you gaze into a normal human's eyes and exert your will over them, roll plus charm. On a 10 plus, hold 3, 7 and 9, hold 1. You may spend your hold to give them an order. Regular people will follow your order, whatever it is. Hunters can choose whether they do it or not. If they do, they mark experience. No, wait. I actually already have that one. I just have never used it. Then it's Dark Negotiator. You can manipulate someone. You can use the manipulate someone move on monsters as well as people, as long as they can reason and talk.
Oh, I do like that one.
I am gonna take a gumshoe move. Because I think that this I think is how dog progresses. I'm picking one that I do not think that Vern's gonna take. If I'm wrong when I say it, I can pick a different one. But I'm gonna go with hacker with a dragon tattoo. When you hack into a computer system, roll sharp, and things happen. I can leave no traces. I can learn something important. I can leave misinformation in my wake, or I can like unlock a door with the computer. I think that I've always sort of had a notion. I think it's Star Wars that did it. Is this like robots should be able to hack stuff, and now I can hack stuff.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. No one else level up?
Nope.
I only
not
have
yet.
4.
Same.
Next,
I think we should
next
just go ahead
level.
and make you guys level up.
Oh.
That puts you
Yeah,
guys at
that
level
puts
2,
us at-
right?
Just be level 2
Yeah.
by next session.
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't. What does that mean then?
That means that you go to your gumshoe playbook, and in your moves, you get to pick another move.
Well, on the second page of your gumshoe playbook, there is a section called leveling up, and when you level up, you pick one of the improvements that is in that box for each level up.
Ooh.
That's going to be either a stat change, gumshoe moves, or
Oh, that's true.
yeah, like it's specific
Yeah, there's
stuff
some
that
variety
you
to
can
it.
get.
Oh,
Like gumshoe has some stuff. Like you can get a haven, or you could get more new contacts not to use.
I keep forgetting to use my contacts.
Yeah, you got a cell phone, Grace. You can call whoever, whatever.
I
I
think
have a
I'm
cell
still going to
phone?
take my other monstrous move because that takes
You
both
do
of my
now. It's a
monstrous move
communicator.
playbooks.
Yeah,
so.
you have a communicator to talk to your various accomplices and
Oh,
contacts.
okay. Bring up the weatherman. One of my contacts.
So yeah, that
If you
is-
Grace, I would also suggest sending Lawrence a copy of the info that you've
Yeah,
got
that'd be
about
great.
your contacts. That makes it easier for him to work them into the narrative organically.
Yeah, I also just might make a guy show up. Who knows?
I don't
Yeah.
remember all
Pretty
of the
organic.
things we talked about, Gabe, because when we talked about them, I didn't write them down because I was super freaking high that time. But I remember some things.
That's okay. I mean,
And also,
it
if
is
you
your
wanna make up
character,
some,
and they
you
haven't
can
been
definitely do
featured,
that.
so you can define them however you want.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
It just should be 2 or 3 gentlemen, ladies, etc.
Yeah, I think
Robots.
Gumshoe gets 4, and then as an improvement could get another 4 if they wanted, like 8 contacts.
Oh yeah, let me make up 8 NPCs, and we're gonna introduce them all now.
They're all
Here we go.
Revakayak.
Oh no!
Oh,
Plot twist, I knew her all along.
also,
You never saw
Reva
Reva
tried
and me
to
in the
met
same
along the
room
way.
together.
That's true.
one other thing, Grace, as I'm looking at the character sheet here, Vern has a code. Yeah, what is Vern's code?
By any means necessary.
Yeah, I think I've got that one written down.
That's why he went into the water
Right.
without hesitating.
When I got into the pipe, yeah. Because then if I follow my code, as long as you follow your code, people will sense your sincerity. You receive +1 on ongoing for manipulate someone, and you may not be possessed or charmed by any sort of supernatural, alien, or demonic entity or item.
Oh damn, that feels
is really good to
helpful
know.
right now.
That just
Oh yeah, I
became
was
in the
gonna bring
last
it
10
up.
minutes very relevant.
I was
Did
gonna
not see
bring it
that.
up, guys.
When it became
I
important,
mean...
for sure. No, I'm saying that's awesome. You have that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I was only thinking about it as it's the only other way for you to become mortal while on a mystery is if you break your code.
So it's just gonna be Vern versus
But I'm
a
not
bunch
sure
of
how
people.
you break this. Like, how do you
don't
break?
use
What
any
is the code
necessary,
break
If I present
here?
means and you choose not to act upon
Yeah,
them,
if
then
I
you're breaking
choose
your
not
code.
to... Mhm.
Okay, so if
So
you
it's
hesitate
really
on
the
stuff,
ultimate
got it.
yes and.
Yeah, anything
Everything I
like
gotta
go
say
through
yes
shit
to.
tunnels,
Yes, and or
go
you
through
die.
the nasty pipe,
Yeah.
like
Well,
no matter what.
And thing is, I won't die though. I won't die because we haven't
Yes, and or you die.
completed the mystery,
Yeah.
so I'll just suffer greatly, and then once we solve it, then I will die.
Let's be real.
No,
Vern's already
The
suffering
long
greatly.
goodbye also fails if you break your code.
You know what? Oh, that's true. That is true. I will just
Yeah,
die instantly.
that was sort of the bit that I was looking at when I was looking at that move.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I
You
just
basically
yes
can't
and
waver,
or...
yeah. Or die.
Yeah.
I die.
Well, yeah, if you waver on something, you are mortal until you have another shot at not wavering at stuff.
What a fun class. All right, y'all.
We're just a
I
normal
will
human man.
catch y'all in the
Yep.
future times.
Good session, y'all.
Yeah,
Next
see you
time.
Are
when I see you.
Are we gonna record on Halloween? Is that what?
Is that next Tuesday?
No, Tuesday after next.
Isn't it?
Oh, it is
Next
the
Tuesday's the
Tuesday
24th.
after next. But I mean,
I
That'll
do
be
think a
fun.
Halloween one shot would be good.
I ran a really nice spooky one shot for my D&D group if we want to do a Halloween one shot,
That
or
sounds great.